All right, today is Tuesday, March 4th, and welcome everybody to the City Council Chambers meeting. And we're going to go ahead to start the meeting with invocations by Cantor Gina Sagan. My apology if I mispronounce your name. Jenna. All right. So we'll do an invocation for us, please.
Is this the right spot? Let us pray. Eternal source of wisdom and justice, we gather here tonight with gratitude for the opportunity to serve our community. May this council be guided by the values of integrity, compassion, and fairness as they make decisions that affect the lives of many. As the psalmist teaches, seek peace and pursue it. May our words be thoughtful, our debates respectable, and our actions rooted in the common good. Bless this city, its leaders, and its residents with wisdom, strength, and unity, so that Fountain Valley may continue to be a place of kindness, prosperity, and justice for all. May we always recognize the humanity in one another, listening with open hearts and acting with moral courage. And may the work done here tonight help create a future of greater hope, understanding, and peace. May we go from strength to strength, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. Thank you. If you would please join me to salute to the great flag of these nations. Please place your hand over your heart. Please begin. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Mayor, before we start, I see Jenna. I see Jenna's leaving. So, not leaving. I want to thank her for doing it. If you haven't heard her sing before, she has the most beautiful voice. She's done the national anthem for us at concerts in the park, and I've attended services where she sang, and it moves you. So I just want to thank you for all you do and say how wonderful you are.
All right, thank you. All right. Mr. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Constantine.
Here.
Councilmember Grandis.
Here.
Councilmember Harper.
Here.
Vice Mayor, Vice Chair Canine.
Here.
Mayor Chair Bui.
Here.
All members are present.
Thank you so much. Mr. Attorney, is there any closed session items reporting?
No, Mr. Mayor, there's no reportable action.
Thank you. Mr. City Clerk, is there any supplemental communications?
We have none.
Okay. City Manager Meg Lee, would you please give an update?
Mayor and City Council, the City of the City is this week on Thursday from 11 a.m. The theme is Going for Gold, and the event is sold out, and we will have a video, and it should be uploaded to the city website after the event if anyone's interested in attending. We're very excited. Surplus fund will go to the Fountain Valley Rotary, and it's a great opportunity for the city, the mayor, and city council to provide our accomplishment in 2024 and what we're looking forward in 2025 from a project standpoint, and also celebrate the Olympics accomplishment in 2024. And then we also have Murdoch. There's an opportunity to submit artwork for Murdoch 2025 Water Awareness Poster Contest. The annual contest is open to all Orange County K-12 students through March 12. Classrooms that submit original student artwork in a batch for the theme of Water Hero Saving Every Drop will be entered to win a free water lesson for the class. And information is available at www.mwdoc.com/poster contest to learn more. And also to remind the community there is no planning commission meeting on March 12th. That concludes my update, Mayor.
Great, thank you so much for the update. I have a few updates. So the Fountain Valley Chamber of Commerce Network at Night is on Thursday, March 13th from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, so the Fountain Valley Chamber of Commerce Network at Night. I also have here is St. Patrick Day lunches on Tuesday, March 11th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. Tickets is at $7. So if you're interested, having a little bit some the Irish, having fun, please reach out to them and for the St. Patrick Day lunches. And last but not least, I have a bingo bash on Friday, March 28th. And the event is going to be held at the Center at Foundry Village. And it's, let me see, do I have a time on here? No, it doesn't show me the time. So if you're interested in going there, please call them at phone number 714-593-4446. And it's $20 per person for the ticket, and it's all age tickets. So there's going to be a lot of prizes, food, and fun. So if you haven't been to the Bingo Bash, I hear it's a lot of fun. So reach out to them if you're interested.
I go every time. It's a great time, but I will warn you, it sells out early. So make sure if you want to go, you get your tickets early.
All right, thank you for that. Okay, I have a couple of presentations. First, I want to recognize 2025 Miss Fountain Valley winner, Jacqueline Cabaja. Is she here? Okay, great. Wow, congratulations on her court. And I'll go ahead and have some presentation for your certificate. I'll have my colleague show me. Please come in.
Center up, and there's a lot of digital screens. Maybe we should be closer to the crest. City.
Oh, you want to step up? Yeah, step up.
Then you have this screen.
I think it would be a better picture.
You guys got to squeeze. Squeeze in. How's that look, David?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Carvajal, and I was crowned on February 2nd as your Miss Fountain Valley 2025. My community service initiative is A Smile for a Child. I've been partnered with Make-A-Wish Los Angeles and the Orange County chapter for the last 8 years. I've granted over 24 wishes, and I've been so involved with also the communities out here through my work at PBS SoCal. We're right off of Bristol Street, and I am their senior digital fundraising specialist. So any email you get from PBS SoCal, that's likely me, requesting for donations, but also providing all the programming that our station has to offer. And I'm really excited to be able to be part of the community here in Fountain Valley. I've learned so much from the community in itself the last couple months. And fun fact, I actually adopted my bunny out here at Bunny Bunch. They are an organization right out of Amistad Street, so I'm a bunny mom too. And if you want to get to know me a lot better, you can follow me on Instagram at Miss Fountain Valley, and I'm really excited to be able to go to Miss California in June. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. So I have, of course, a few more certificate of recognitions. Okay, I'm going to read the name. So one of my congratulations to Lauren Worley. Please say hi. Raise your hand so we know who you are. So there's a first runner-up. Congratulations. I'm going to read the rest. And also I have Brittany Lamb. All right, congratulations. That's second runner-up. And I have third runner-up is Isabel Tumon. And it looks like I have another first runner-up, Addison Fan. All right, congratulations. And I see the last for the best for last is Miss Fountain Valley Teen 2025, Laurel Brookheiser. All right. Thank you. Down.
Hi, my name is Laurel Brookheiser. I'm a senior at Huntington Beach High School, and I'm also a musical theater major and a dance minor at the Huntington Beach Academy for the Performing Arts. I'm really passionate about arts. My community service initiative through Miss America is Art for the Heart. It's promoting arts education for underserved communities who may not have the access to arts education that we do here. And even yesterday, I visited OCTA Elementary School and got to teach them about theater, and it was so fun, and I'm hoping to do more of that and to promote that at Miss California's Teen in June. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Miss Fountain Valley's Teen, and you can see all my updates on there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, the next presentation and recognition is among one of a colleague up here. So let's see if the public can guess who's going to get recognized tonight. All right, well, first of all, I want to congratulate to my colleague, Council Member Patrick Harper, as he is the 2025 OCTA Bus Driver Champion. All right, congratulations, Council Member Harper. And I have something for you here. You've been the first place as a director of rodeo competition.
Get my steps in.
Can we get details on this event?
Well, thank you for presenting me this award. I want to explain a little bit about it. So I sit on the board of OCTA, which and we're responsible for all the buses in Orange County. And so we have during any weekday there's about 80,000 people that ride the bus in Orange County, which is a lot. And there's 600 bus drivers that we employ in Orange County, and this rodeo. It's spelled R-O-A-D-E-O, like road on the road. Rodeo is an annual competition that the bus drivers participate in to demonstrate their bus driving skills. And so OCTA has a local competition, and then the winners get to go compete regionally and nationally with other bus drivers throughout the country. And last year we had one of our bus drivers finished number 3 in the nation. So It was pretty good. But having had the opportunity to drive the bus over at the Santa Ana bus base in the parking lot through an obstacle course, it's really hard. These buses are huge, and it's really impressive how safe our drivers are out on the road. They're just great individuals, really well trained, and if you ride on the bus, I've ridden many times, whenever there's a person that needs help, they take time to help them in the bus, to get to their seat, strap them in if they're in a wheelchair. It's a really great service, and I'll plug one route. If you ever have to travel out of John Wayne Airport, there is a bus that goes from Talbert, along Talbert to John Wayne Airport, drops you off right at the gate. Don't have to worry about parking. It's $2 and runs every hour during the week. So, all right, thank you again, and thanks.
All right, thank you. Congratulations, Council Member Harper. Okay, Mr. City Clerk, is there any request to speak on unscheduled matter only?
We have 2 requests to speak. First is Dave Garafalo.
Okay.
Hi. I just wanted to compliment you on the brainstorming and the conversation you had about the sales tax. I mean, I think you're onto something that with further thought and pragmatism, something could happen. I was so thrilled to read that you were going to do this because I've been wanting to do this in my own city for so long. Obviously, people aren't going to turn back a $1.25. They're not going to probably process that. I was surprised, and I might have misunderstood this. Is it applied to every citizen that buys anything anywhere? Because if that's the case, I represent 12 car dealerships, and statistically, very accurately, because I paid a lot of money for the survey, 26% of the market in Fountain Valley buys their car in Huntington Beach. That's 1 out of every 4 people. So if a person were to get rebated on a $50,000 car at 2%, that's $1,000. That's a lot of money to somebody. But my message really is, as it was in the city next door where I'm trying to do the same thing, it would be so unusual to do something nice for the constituents. I mean, this is not just about helping business. This is about taking a break from all that mess and noise we have in the world and saying, God, you pay your taxes, you cut your grass, you do everything you're supposed to do, and we're going to do something nice for you. And those people that can, no one program can satisfy every problem in the world, but it certainly could help some people. And that's why I applauded the idea. And obviously, there has to be more conversation. I can't see anybody ever doing this for less than $100 rebate. So I think if you process this stuff, you can't do it at the point of sale. I mean, I have 12 car dealerships, and some people pay by check, some people borrow the money from a finance company, some people use a credit card. So that transaction, notwithstanding the Board of Equalization, would be very difficult. But hiring a firm that does this professionally would simplify it. And I really hope you continue to consider it, because I've met with Mike Thompson, I've met with my 12 dealers. Had this passed tonight, or looked like it was, they were all going to develop incentives. Like my car dealers would say, for example, and I'm not here representing the Chamber of Commerce, period, but if there was a tax vacation day, I mean, there would probably, a dealer could say, anybody that comes in this day, there's a $250 discount. So to incentivize people to get things that they wouldn't other buy and couldn't afford by helping them. So I hope you reconsider it at some point with all of the great points. And I was laughing with you, by the way, Kim. Getting one group to say they're in favor of a tax increase and in favor of something else, I saw the humor in the contradiction of it, so that's what I was saying. I hope you reconsider it at some point. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. Obviously, we can't comment on this because that has passed already. If you would have made that comment at the study session, we could respond back, but this was afterwards, so we can't respond back. So thank you again for your feedback.
Thea Stein.
Hi, good evening. My name is Thea Stein, and I received a notice
for an appeal of a conditional use permit, 1933 AT&T Mobility, 8620 Talbot Avenue, and I want to ensure that this is not appealed. And I'm very new to this process. I'm not sure how this works, but I would like to see this denied. So I was told that it is not an agenda item, so
Yeah,
a little confused.
it is on the agenda, however, that item's going to be continued. It won't even be discussed tonight. It's going to be continued until March 18th, next meeting,
Okay,
at which time there will be a public hearing.
okay. Will I be notified, other than
Well, you,
now?
by the continuation of the item tonight on the agenda, and it'll be re-noticed on the agenda for the March 18th meeting.
Okay, so I will attend to ensure that it will be denied. Thank you for your time, and since it is my first time attending a meeting like this, it's very interesting, a learning process. So thank you for the education and for providing a great city for the residents of Fountain Valley, and I hope that continues to be the case. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no other requests to speak on unscheduled matters.
Okay. Do we have any requests to speak on schedule matter?
I have no requests to speak on scheduled matters.
Thank you, Mr. City Clerk. Okay, so consent calendar item 1 to 3 will be approved simultaneously with one motion unless separate action or discussion is requested. Do I hear a motion on the floor?
So
I
moved.
make a motion.
All right,
I
so we have a motion on the floor by Councilmember Grandis and second by Councilmember Constantine.
Yes.
Let's vote.
Good.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Mine is not, it has like a keyboard. Oh, is it? Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Items 1 through 3 pass 5-0.
Good thing I'm in high technology. Right?
All right.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, as you heard from our city clerk, is item number 4. This item has been continued to March 18, which is our next city council meeting.
So, Mr.
we-
Mayor, my
do-
question is the planning department going to send out notices to, just like that public speaker we had?
I would assume, I want to double check where
I just wanted to find out.
to our director, Omar Delaboy, to answer that question.
Yes, good evening, thank you. So the reason we put on the agenda for continuance is so that anybody that was interested, like the lady that was here earlier, would know that it's on the agenda today and it will be continued to March 18th. So we continue it to a date certain, so we don't have to renotice. Anybody that was interested would have looked at the meeting or at the meeting agenda and known that it would be postponed to the next meeting. And so we do have some interested parties in the public, and they are aware that it's continued to that next meeting.
Great, thank you.
All right.
Is this something we have to vote on to
Yeah, I think we
continue
have
it?
to motion it, don't we?
I think we have to motion it.
Yeah.
There is usually a motion in a second to.
I'll make a
to date
motion to
certain.
continue
Okay.
this to the
I'll
next city
second
council
it.
meeting. Sorry, Rick, you want to do a verbal?
Just, yeah, we'll do this as a verbal. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Okay. All right, next administrative items will be presented by our city clerk, Rick Miller, reference to 2025 legislative platform, the proposed.
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. This is my first time doing this, as the person who normally does this had to go and take some time off, so hooray for me. The item, obviously the item before you is the proposed 2025 legislative platform. This is one of the functions that's managed by the city manager's office, usually not by me. But it provides oversight and coordination of the city's legislative advocacy efforts. It is a standard protocol for staff to prepare a proposed platform annually and bring that platform forward to the city council for review and ultimately approval. Throughout the year, staff monitors state and federal legislation that is related to local government. I don't know why the feedback. Anyways, sorry, I know it's a little bit distracting. Maybe that federal legislation that is related to local government and may be of interest to the city of Fountain Valley and our priorities, to proactively enable city staff to respond to fast-moving and quickly changing legislation. The legislative monitoring program policy was created, which was adopted in 2014. That essentially is a guide for staff to use as a reference when monitoring these fast-moving legislative bills. In a case where there is legislation that may not align with the adopted legislative platform, we would then convene the City Council appointed legislative committee, which is comprised of Vice Mayor Jim Canine and Councilmember Kim Constantine for this year, to get their stance, and if there is consensus to support or oppose a bill, that we will bring, and then we would bring that before the City Council for their approval. In creation of this 2025 legislative platform, I worked with all the various department heads to get their feedback and opinions on what sort of legislation we would like to support or oppose in 2025, which have been incorporated into the policy which was delivered to you in the packet. There was obviously a red line version which shows the changes, and then the final version. The legislative committee met individually on February 20th and February 24th, and they are recommending approval of the proposed 2025 legislative platform. Staff as well is recommending the adoption of the proposed 2025 legislative platform so that staff can be responsive on legislation that may impact the city. That's a very brief overview of what has transpired here over the last couple of weeks with the 2025 legislative platform. If you have any questions, I'm happy to try and answer them.
All right, does anybody have any questions?
I have a comment.
All right, Councilmember Constantine?
Yeah, the meeting was great. Thank you so much. And it's in very interesting, about 20 pages that staff continues to update as need be. And I love the process. Thank you so much, Rick, for all your efforts and the other staff who may have been assisting on that.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Councilmember Constantine. Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor.
Vice Mayor Canine?
Yeah, I want to echo the comments from Councilwoman Constantine. I wanted to point out to the public there's one particular item that's, I think, noteworthy, and this is in the housing, land use planning, and community development and economic development. And the bullet says, support legislation that would authorize a local government to count congregate housing for the elderly toward the locality share of the regional housing needs allocation, or RHNA. So stay tuned. This is actually an issue that's been taken up by a state legislature in our area, and so we're kind of keeping an eye on this one closely. Thank you.
All right, anybody else? Councilmember Harper?
Yeah, but I have a question. There's one of the items on page 45 of the agenda, but it's under Recreation and Community Services. It looks like a new bullet point has been added, and it reads, support legislation that promotes inclusion and equality to obtaining public education. I don't know. I think I guess my question is why is that in there, and why was it added?
It was brought forward by our Community Services Director.
Okay.
He is not here. I would lean towards him if that's something you would like us to remove.
Yeah,
we can.
I guess I would be inclined to remove it. It's sort of a non-city issue, so that would be my thinking on that. Yeah.
Is this DEI related? Because if so, it needs to go.
I didn't have a chance to speak with Rob
Sure.
in regards to this item, so unfortunately I don't have an answer
understand what
for you.
that even means.
Yeah, it's a big no.
All right.
Oh, my God.
You want so we could remove it or continue it and let Rob chime in next meeting, whatever pleasure of the council, or if you just want to, or if you guys want to keep it in. I just thought it was a little,
Can you bring it up on the
Okay,
screen so
yeah.
I can see it again?
It's-
I'm trying to do it.
It's right here. It's the yellow.
It can't be in two places at once.
I did have a
Thank you.
note about that, so.
You said page 45?
45, yeah.
40?
5.
45. Yeah.
There it is, yeah.
Right there.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. So if there's a particular bill that he's interested in, but it just seemed like a random item to add to the.
It just seems to be an in general comment, nothing specific.
I'd be speculating, but it seems like this might just be kind of a dovetailing from the accessible playground that we
That's
have.
what I was thinking as well.
Or then they have to talk specifically to the playground?
I don't think so.
It's-
It's just in general. We want to promote inclusion and equality amongst all of our
Education.
residents.
To obtaining public
Public
education, but that's not,
That's not
nothing
part.
regarding the park.
That's education.
Yeah. I mean, this is something we should be doing
Maybe
anyway.
perhaps we could
but
have
just spell it out.
clarifications
Not-
on that, have a clarifications. Well, first of all, I want to thank you, our city clerk. This is out of your ordinary presentation, right? So I want to thank you for doing a great job presentations. I also want to echo, I want to thank you, our Legislative Committee Vice Mayor Jim Cunneen and Council Member Constantine for being on the committee and serve our city. I want to thank you for your effort as well.
Actually, I have a question. I mean, Vice Mayor Cunneen and Councilwoman Constantine were on this committee. There were very few changes. Did you guys discuss this?
Yes, we did, Councilmember Grandis, and I think a lot of this language has been part of the narrative that we present every year, and I think what we didn't really focus on this particular bullet item.
Okay.
So I too would be interested to see perhaps Community Service Director Frizzell can give some clarification on this one, but yeah.
So
no-
I'll move that we table it to the next meeting.
Okay.
Do we
I'll
have a
second. I'll second.
All right, there we have it. Do we need to vote on it? First, second? All right, here we go.
I'm getting there.
All right.
Motion to continue this item to March 18th passes 5-0.
All right, okay, the next item is going to be presented by Christine Smith, which is our Senior Management Analysis, reference to waive the bidding requirement pursuant to Fountain Valley Municipal Code 2.36.070, Part 4, and authorize staff to issue purchase order as follow.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. The short version of that is we're here to buy some police vehicles. So we're asking for 5 vehicles this year. We are asking for 4 patrol vehicles, which we do schedule to replace 4 every year. Our police patrol vehicles have a 4-year life cycle. They work hard and they need to be replaced more often than your typical vehicle. So we are requesting 4 new patrol vehicles. And then in addition to the 4 patrol vehicles, we have also scheduled for the replacement of a 2007 Ford Ranger pickup that has exceeded its 15-year life cycle, and that vehicle is used for enforcement and traffic control in the city. We've had to kind of go outside of our normal area of purchasing because we are still struggling to get specialized vehicles like police vehicles. Sergeant Mosier was able to find a state California contract that we could use, as well as a Sourcewell contract that we could use to purchase these vehicles. So that's why we are asking you to waive the bidding requirements. There is $300,000 in our budget this year for the purchase of these 5 vehicles, which includes 2 Chevy Tahoe police vehicles, and those will be replacing existing Tahoes. We have 2 Ford Police Interceptor utility vehicles, It's the police version of the Ford Explorer. And those are our 4 patrol vehicles. And then we have the Ford F-150 Responder 4x4 truck. There's additional funding budgeted for the upfitting of these vehicles. So with that, that concludes my presentation. We just
Okay.
ask for your authorization.
All right, thank you so much, Christine, for the presentations. Mr. City Clerk, do we have any public comment on this?
We have no request to speak on this item.
Okay, to my colleague, any discussion?
No, I move we approve.
Okay, hearing none. All right, let's have a motion on the floor.
I make a motion. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion by Councilmember Constantine and second by Councilmember Grandis. Let's vote, please.
Item number 6 passes 5-0.
Great, thank you so much. Congratulations. Okay, moving along, we have the items for future considerations. Anybody have any item for future consideration? Okay, hearing none. All right. Successor Agency Housing Authority on unscheduled matter. Do we have anything, Mr. City Clerk?
I have no request to speak.
All right. Okay. Housing Authority AB 123. I'm going to go ahead and start with my Vice Mayor Kanin, please.
Thank you, Mayor. My activities since our last meeting included the following. On February 19th, I attended the quarterly meeting of the Fountain Valley Nonprofit Collaborative, aptly named Our FV. As the current president of Fountain Valley Rotary Club, I was proud to represent, along with our president-elect, Chef Marla McGee. We were given an update on the park's master planning process by consultant Doug Grove of RHA, where we also celebrated the additional 16 acres at Miles Square Park that will be available to our city as well. On February 24th, I participated in the meeting of our legislative committee, as we discussed here just moments ago. And some of the issues that we also dove into were housing, land use planning, community and economic development, public safety, transportation, and utilities, with a little extra focus on public works. And we'd like to thank Public Works Director Scott Smith for that input as well. Later that morning on February 24th, I attended the ribbon cutting for the Police Department Locker Room Project, which included a wide array of modernization to our police facility located next door. Thank you to the entire team of designers, contractors, inspectors, city staff, and our fine police department team for both your input and your patience during this beautiful and timely upgrade. On March 1st, I attended the Huntington Beach Surf City Rotary Gala entitled Splash. As Fountain Valley Rotary Club president, I was grateful to represent our club there, together with fellow Rotarian City Manager Lee and Council Member Grandis, who was with that other club that night.
The better club.
It was great to see so many Fountain Valley volunteer giants from Kiwanis, such as the Belanis, the Nagels, the Whites, to name just a few, all supporting the Boys and Girls Club as well. Lastly, in my personal growth as a council member and vice mayor, I met with City Manager Lee for our monthly breakfast and Mayor Bui for our monthly lunch. These are great moments for me to ask questions, to learn as I continued this journey of local and regional governance. And that concludes my comments, Mayor Bui.
Thank you so much, Vice Mayor Kanin. Councilmember Harper, would you please give your report?
Thank you. I've got a short report. It's tax season, so I'm busy. Spend most of my time at the office. On February 19th, attended the PCTA meeting. February 24th, OCTA board meeting, and Monday, March 3rd, OCTA Regional Transportation Planning Committee meeting. That concludes my report.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Harper. Councilmember Constantine, would you please give your report?
Sure. Some of my whereabouts include our Fountain Valley Nonprofits meeting, the CASLAR, which is the California Sober Living and Recovery Task Force meeting on Zoom, Green Valley Homeowners Recreation and Association board meeting, the Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control monthly board meeting, Fountain Valley Community Foundation board grants and volunteer meeting, and the Police Department locker room ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your report. Councilmember Grandis.
Yeah, thank you. I have a short report as well. During the 2 weeks, I spent 8 days in Orlando, a couple of days R&R, and then also I don't think people realize, Councilman Harper, that we've got real jobs too. So I had 5 days of a sales kickoff meeting there as well. But on Wednesday, February 19th, I attended the PCTA meeting where I received my 4 years of recognition for being on PCTA, and I leave that in good hands with Council Member Harper and Mayor Bui. I also attended the Unhoused Task Force meeting. These guys are doing such a fantastic job. They're making a huge difference in our community, and it's very visible. So they continue to be compassionate and provide resources and help those in need, and then also enforce the rules of our community as well to make sure that.
So, Councilmember Grandis, can you expand a little bit on the Unhoused Task Force, sort of describe like what it is and who's on it and stuff?
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's a great idea. So Councilwoman Constantine and I are on that task force. We have representatives, about 4 or 5 from the police department. We have the navigation center that attends. We have the CityNet that attends. Trying to think who else attends. Who am I forgetting? Oh, yeah, we have an attorney for our city, so because there's a lot of questions on what can we do and what can't we do. But we go through every area in the city where there's a known problem or a known challenge with homelessness, and we identify what we can do to help each individual one. And again, I don't know, there's Lieutenant Fromm and, gosh, I'm going to forget all the names, but these guys, and our police chief as well, they go through and they partner again with these agencies and say, what can we do? Like there's an individual who has been in our sports park for decades, who's now in a motel. So receiving services, being compassionate. I think the message came out that accept the services or we will have to do something to enforce our actual laws. And what we're finding is more and more those in need are accepting services. So, the reports that I get and Councilwoman Constantine on what they're doing and the improvements and the reactions and comments I'm getting from residents too, things are improving. We had a lady who was living on the street, we all know, over on Slater and Magnolia, who is getting help now, and that's really, it's really good. I'm very proud. I don't want to take any credit for that because we kind of show up and they report to us and we give them a thumbs up, but they're doing tremendous work. I know, City Manager Lee, who is some of the, I don't know why or maybe the police officers that are taking the lead? They deserve a lot of credit.
Lieutenant Fromm, Sergeant Don Farmer. I forgot the newer.
There's a newer
officer.
guy that's
there's
like
a new
he's
officer
gangbusters
but he's
and
fantastic.
doing such a great job. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I forget his name. Where's our police department here who can help me out? Officer Ben Roddy, there we go. He deserves a lot of credit. So again, everybody is really doing. I appreciate you asking because I'm telling you that's one task force that's making an impact. So appreciate the question. Then that evening, back to this, I attended our FE. What I'm finding, though, is we have all the nonprofits are showing up, but they're not submitting their calendar events. So if you are a nonprofit in our city and you want everybody to know about it, the only way people are going to start using it is if you publicize what your events are. And so please do so. I know there's like 3 groups only right now doing that. Then on March 1st, I attended the Pony Baseball opening day with Mayor Bui, who pitched a perfect strike to start it off. And then Pony Baseball is cool, quick story. So back in 1981, I was 17 years old, and I managed a team, and it was Fountain Valley Youth Baseball at the time. They were short a manager, and they gave myself and Eric Schumann a team. And we had Steve Montgomery as one of our players for 3 years, and he made the major leagues. So that's my small claim, my only claim to fame in sports. So, all right. And then that evening, Surf City Splash. That was a lot of fun, and what a amazing amount of money that was raised that night. And they gave out $70,000, $50,000 to the Boys and Girls Club, $10,000 to the Bolsa Chica Conservancy, and $10,000 to the firefighters. Is it AED? Am I saying the right thing, Chief? The heart starters. So yeah, and they donated $10,000 towards that program in HB. We're going to talk about this. We need this in Fountain Valley. I think it's a great idea. And then Monday, March 3rd, the Fountain Valley Schools Foundation board meeting. This was yesterday, and I attended the OCTA Marketing Committee meeting. And then I want to wish a happy birthday to Councilman Harper. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Councilman Granis, for the report. So this coming Tuesday, March 18, the Fountain Valley Rotary Club is having Every Student Succeed breakfast, and the open door is at 7 a.m. at the Founders Village, and the program start promptly at 7:15. Okay, is that correct?
Mayor, I believe it's at the Fountain Valley School District Boardroom. Yeah.
That's for this one.
Yeah.
No, I'm reference to the Every Student Succeed sitting.
Yeah, they're
they're
both in the board.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for that clarifications. And then right after, and it's going to be the Teacher of the Year as well. So thank you. Obviously, my colleague here, he's the current president, so his information has to be accurate. Thank you so much for that. And we are going to have a town hall meeting reference to sober living because there's a lot of concerns and question reference to sober living, the enforcement mechanism. I'm waiting for staff to confirm on the date and the time. Once that is confirmed, we are going to post the information for the public to attend the town hall meeting reference to the enforcement on sober living. On to my report, ABC 123, I submit to Rick already because I want to talk on something else. So I submit my report to our city clerk already. So today I want to talk about reference to the South Coast Air Quality Management. Obviously, there is going to be a mandate that's going to be voting on reference to Rule 1111 and 1121. What this is, it is a rule that will ban the use of gas power appliance and force everyone to replace them with electric appliance. It's statewide. Apparently up north of California, they have passed that rule already. Right now, they are trying to pass that rule in Southern California. So I want to bring my colleague up to speed, hope and propose a resolutions, and hopefully we'll give this a letter of support to the governing body that we don't support this mandate.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question. You say it's a little bit of a blur. Can
Okay,
you
go ahead.
repeat,
Sure.
please? Gas appliances, what kind of, you're not talking gas stoves, are you?
Yes, all
Okay, yeah,
gas
that's
appliance.
a no.
That's all gas appliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
that's
talk about
fine,
it.
but
It's for clarification, it's all gas appliance in the home. That is your furnace. If it is gas, gone. If we talk about water heater, that's gas, gone. Stove, gone. So this is the rule reference. So I'm going to bring all my colleagues up to speed, and hopefully we can propose a letter of support on resolution that we do not want this mandate imposed on our resident. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. And our next, we are adjourning the meeting, and our next meeting will be March 18 at 6 p.m. Have a great one. Have a great night, everyone.